sometimes we can something during the summer and we have a good plan with what we're going to do with it, and we use it a while and you kind of get tired of that. Now what do you do with the rest of it? That's corn relish for me. I love corn relish for a while, and then you put it on pork and you put it on beef and you put it on other meats, and then you get tired of it. So today we're going to put it on sauteed spinach. What I have here is about a teaspoon. That's all we're going to need of olive oil or other vegetable oil. And mince up a clove or two of garlic, depending on how much garlic you like, and let that saute together just a little bit. Once that gets started going, and what we're going to do is add our spinach to that, and we're going to toss it and turn it. Now, one of the nice things about having spinach coming out of your garden or from a farmer's market, if you don't have that advantage, is that it's so much fresher that you're going to lose less of the nutrition. It takes a very short time for the amount of folacin, for instance, to drop by 40% within just a couple of days from what it would have been if you got it out of your garden and used it within 1 or 2 days. So that's one of the big advantages, in addition to taste, is you get that little bit of extra nutrition. Actually, it's a big boost of nutrition that you're going to lose if you're depending on the supermarket. So once we get this going just a little, we're going to let it saute until it just maybe starts turning a little bit golden, maybe a minute, maybe 2. I'm going to progress a little quicker. We have about 8 to 10 ounces of spinach. This is fresh spinach. Pick it over, make sure you've washed it well, and then dry it fairly well. If you're going to cook it in a pan with a lid on without the oil, then having a little bit of water clinging to the leaves is fine. But because we're cooking it in an oil situation, we want to make sure we have as much of that water off so that you don't get splattering. Use a pair of tongs, toss it around, and it's going to start to limp down on you fairly quickly. Remember, we're using very little fat in this, so even though we're using a little bit, it's not going to add to the fat content, and it's still going to be a very nutritious recipe. You can see we're getting a lot of wilt already. It'll probably take 3 to 5 minutes to get it down all the way. Once it's all nicely wilted down, basically you're done. We're going to go ahead and transfer it onto a platter. And then we're going to take that corn relish that you canned earlier in the season, and we're just going to spread it over the top. And it adds a real nice addition to this, gives it a real pleasant flavor, and makes regular spinach a little bit more special. Now, one thing I would advise is that you use a slotted spoon to add the corn to it, because you don't want to add a lot of the vinegar on it. It kind of overwhelm the spinach. And also, one of the interesting things is that generally we can corn relish for the best appearance, you use 2 colors of peppers. But because you have all that great green coming off the spinach, for this particular thing, I'm using corn relish that has only red peppers, and it really lets the spinach bring that green up and give it that richness. A nice way to give you a little bit alternate flavor for both spinach and the corn relish. I think you're going to enjoy this one. It's simple, it's easy, and there's a lot of color and a lot of nutrition to it. This is sauteed spinach with corn relish. For Oklahoma Gardening, this is Barbara Brown.